think we can start now. It's 11 already. So, good
Yeah.
morning, everyone. Delta the Innovators and Graphology Made Simple would like to welcome you all to our second intermediate webinar on handwriting analysis. You call it graphology. And today we'll be focusing on do's and don'ts of improving your life through handwriting. So, on this side, first of all, I would like to request you all to kindly mute yourself. If you all have any questions, you can just post those questions in the chat section. We'll answer all those as soon as we'll progress ahead in the webinar. Also, I would like to request you all to kindly keep your videos off so that there won't be any connectivity issues. And expecting this to be a very good interactive session, we want lots and lots of questions from your end, but in the chat section, please keep your mics off so that no one gets disturbed. And without wasting more time, Delta the Innovators and Graphology Made Simple would like to first of all appreciate your efforts to be here on time. And we have 49 participants at this point. Hello. Kindly mute yourself. Hello. Yeah. So we have 49 participants at the start. We hope to see more in the time ahead. So Akhilesh, over to you. You can start.
Okay. So hello everyone. I am Akhilesh Aniruddha Bhagwat from Graphology Made Simple, and today we are going to learn some concepts which will help you analyze the handwriting of a person. You can say that you can just look at handwriting of a person and you can tell if he is sad or depressed, or you can say feeling low. So during this pandemic, many of us are losing hope or feeling sad due to various reasons. So I hope this helps, and it will help you see the handwriting and know if someone what someone is feeling, right? So you can help them. So let's begin. Today's target audience. Well, last time we were having the target audience as beginners. Today's target audience are learners. So we don't need someone who is intermediate in graphology, or who don't have any knowledge in graphology. Today, anyone who have no knowledge in graphology can just go through and learn a lot. Okay, so let's move further.
Excuse me, Akhilesh. Sorry to interrupt. Is everyone able to see the presentation? I would like to see some yes in the chat section. Yes, you all are able to see, right? Okay. Okay. So Akhilesh, you can continue. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shubham. So what can you expect from this session? Well, when we fall sick, we basically go to doctor. Yet if we have short fever, then we don't go to doctor. Instead, our mom just have some home remedies and then we follow that. And if that works, then we don't need to go to doctor. So similarly, today's session will help you get enough knowledge in handwriting analysis, which will help you understand someone's feelings. You can say low feelings or high feelings, which will help you know that what your significant other or what your family member or even a friend may be feeling at that moment, right? So if a person is feeling like sad, then you can just tell him to just do particular changes, or you can just talk to him if he is mentally unstable or emotionally unstable, etc. If the situation is worse, then you can contact us at Graphology Made Simple. We will just do the handwriting analysis. Okay, so what is today's session all about? You can see here it's yin yang symbol. Today's session, the last session was about graphology fundamentals. Today's session is all about good traits as well as bad traits, right? So first of all, I need to clear this that there is no perfect handwriting. I have analyzed more than 200 handwritings of people all over the world, and there is no perfect handwriting. Every handwriting has some defects. Even my handwriting has some defects. I have knowledge still. So good traits as well as bad traits. Every good traits will have a little bad trait in it as well. Yet in bad traits, what happens is that some traits need to be avoided in order to improve, right? If we write a particular in a particular way, that can affect our life in long term. So let's move further. Just like Yin symbol say, everything must be balanced. I hope you will enjoy this session. So I hope we have people here who have attended last session as well. We have some people who are here for the first time. So I will explain what is graphology in short words. Okay. So we daily feel lot of emotions. We daily feel lot of happiness. We daily feel lot of you can say we daily have lot of thoughts. Now there are some thoughts which we cannot share to everyone, right? Some are very personal to us, like we feel something bad about ourselves, about something, and we cannot share it with anyone. So if we don't share anything, our emotions or feelings, then what will happen is we will start overthinking about that particular thing, right? It can lead to depression, overthinking, because our mind will focus more on that instead of just doing work. So what happens is that our brain needs outlet for those feelings and those suppressed feelings, emotions, and other things, thoughts. So what happens is that our brain finds all those outlets through our hand, through our handwriting. Okay, so all the feelings and emotions you have daily are then transported through your handwriting. A basic quick example you can say is that exams. This is the common example. During exams, when we start, our handwriting looks very clear. We write the names in a good order. We see the paper and we start in a particular order. And as the time goes by, as we you can say as the time comes near end time, that time our handwriting starts to get messy. We start writing fast, 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 fast. Like we need to complete this paper. We need to just write it down as much as we can. So you can see at the start our mind is calm. That's why we have clear handwriting and just you can say readable handwriting. And at the end, it just gets messy. It doesn't matter how much good handwriting you have at the start or how much good handwriting you have in normal way. You will still at the last will write the messy handwriting. So the reason behind that is that at that time our mind tends to run very fast. That's why our handwriting changes. You can also see doctors handwriting, their handwriting or sign you can see is illegible. You cannot just read it because their mind runs very quickly. They need to know what medicine I need to give for this patient, this etc. Right. So graphology as a definition simple is a science which allows us to become knowledgeable of ourselves and also explore those around us. Okay, we can get to know ourselves and explore our family members, friends, and everyone. Am I audible to everyone? Yes. Okay. Okay. So before starting, what type of person do you want to be in future? Right. So change in your handwriting depends on it. Why I am saying is because uh, I can just relate to it because at the a few years ago I wanted to become an extrovert. I was an introvert type person. So what I did the change required was to make increase the size of my handwriting. And what I did, I decreased the size of my handwriting. Right. So that's why I wasn't able to be an extrovert, or you can say, as I'm speaking to you right now, as a public speaker. Instead, I was just more shy and more introvert type. Right. So you need to be clear what type of person you want to be in future. Like I want to be a leader, or I want to be, you can say, a poet, or I want to be more creative. So just if you have your book, just write it down what type of person you want to become, because as we move further, I hope it will help you make those changes, right? Because correct changes will help you become who you want to be in future. Like if you have a doctor and doctor you have malaria, and if he gives medicine for you can say typhoid, so you will get sick, right? You may even it can be fatal, right? So just write it down what type of person you want to become. Just write it down. Well, I want to be a leader, or I want to be you can say more creative person. I want to increase my imagination, etc., etc. Okay. So there are some letters which you need to change. It doesn't matter who you want to become. So I will start with those letters. The main first letter is letter T. It doesn't matter who you want to become, imaginative person or creative or extrovert or even introvert. Every person should have a letter T. I have a letter T. I will show in the further. So what does letter T represents? Letter T represents the self-esteem and the confidence of yourself. What person thinks about his life, his goals, you can say his dreams. You can get to know if you have sent me an handwriting, or if you have sent a graphologist a handwriting, then he can just look at your letter T and tell if you are a very confident person or little not much confident person. So that can help us know if a person will get the job done, right? So if I'm selecting a person for a public speaking, that time I can just look at letter T, and I can know if he is confident about going on stage. Or if I'm selecting for job recruitment, that time too it is used in other countries. I don't know currently in India. In other countries it is used. They just see the main letter they see is letter T, because it helps them know uh, if a person is confident or if a person is not confident. So let's move further. Yeah, so T's to avoid. These are the three types of T's. There are almost 150 plus types of T's. These are some of them. These are the most common T's that I have seen in many handwritings. So first one is T bar is very high. You can see here the bar is very high. This is not, you can see this is the bar, and this you are seeing is stem, right? So you can see here bar is very high and the stem is low. So such type of people are dreamers, right? Such people will dream about lot of things and they will not execute it. Like they will keep dreaming about various things, daydreaming. You can say daydreamers, yet unrealistic dreamers. They believe that they are celebrities, or you can say that they have very high expectation of themselves. It's okay to have a high expectation, yet you need to execute it as well, right? If you don't execute, then how will you become that person? So second one is the inner loop. Check your handwriting if you have such inner loop in your handwriting, because currently I'm seeing a lot of people are having this type of inner loop because of pandemic. So the inner loop in T indicates sensitive towards criticism. So what it indicates is that suppose I write like this, and some of you just tell me that you are not good, or you need to change this, or I can say someone criticizes me. So what I will do is that I will just react in a way. For example, I will just tell them, I will just burst on them, why you are telling me this, or I will just be emotional, why he has said me those things, or I will just hold grudges. So such people are sensitive towards criticism. So it is advised to avoid that. Same is for letter D. If your letter D has the inner loop like this, then you need to change that as well, because both letters indicate same thing. So I hope is anyone here write like this letter T, middle one? Okay, no. Yes, me. Okay. So Suhani, Anandji, Tulji, I think you need to change it. I will tell you how to change it, what to change it. Okay, no problem. We can change it. The graphology is an amazing thing. You can just change anything at a particular way. It doesn't mean that particular person is suppose one person is introvert, then that will be introvert throughout life. That's not how it happens in graphology. You can just change yourself and become anyone. I got one. We got one question here, Mohammed. If the loop is size differ in size? Yes. Good question. Very good question, Mohammed ji. So you can see here I have added the small loop is little bigger. You can see if you have a smaller loop, it means that you are little much sensitive to criticism. Bigger the loop, more the sensitive the person is. So if you have smaller loop and then you criticizes him, her, then he may not react immediately that much. If someone has big loop like here or bigger than this, then they will react suddenly. So bigger the loop, more the sensitive the person is. In short, I hope that helps, Mohammed ji, and say yes if it helps. Okay. So let's move for the 30. 30 is the low T bar, right? So low T bar means this is the bar. You can see it is very on the downside, downside of the letter T. It indicates low confidence. So you can say people tend to write like this when they feel low confident about something. They feel I cannot do this, or they have some self doubts. So at that time, subconsciously, they try to write like this. Their handwriting and their literacy tends to write like this. So it indicates that a person is not feeling confident. So we either need to speak with them why they are not feeling confident, or either we need to change that. So is anyone here who write like this? Third one. Okay, so I guess we have some people who write like the 30. Okay, I will tell you the changes. We will tell you the changes. The bar is pretty much low. Yes, the bar is pretty much low. Okay, so this is the ideal T that everyone should write. If you have seen the signatures of top entrepreneurs, top people in the field, like Richard Branson, or if you have seen Elon Musk handwriting, or even Amitabh Bachchan sir's handwriting, you can observe that they tend to write letter T like this. Well, Amitabh Bachchan ji knows about graphology as well, so he may have applied it, the knowledge. So you can see this is the letter T, two types of ideal letter T that you must practice. First type of letter T have very long bar. You can see this is very long and this is very short, right? And this is very dark. So the people who have this long bars, these are the people who are very have very long, you can say, very high enthusiasm. These people can lead others with them, just like सब लोग साथ में जाएंगे आगे. Such type of thinking they have. You can see the T bar is high, this is middle, this is low, and it is little much high. So this type of person have little more higher confidence about themselves, and this type of people think about high goals in their life. They want to achieve big things in life, and they are very enthusiastic. And second T is the very high bar T and a little much pressure and small. So this type of people are visionaries, you can say. These people have very high self-esteem, very high, more than this T bar person. So if one person write like this, another person write like this, then the person who write like this have more self-esteem than this person. So check if you write like this. Check if you write like this, and if you write like this, then that's pretty good. I have seen many people writing like this, and that's very good. So if you want to be someone who is who have to if suppose I am someone and I don't have much willpower to do things, right? And if you want to increase your willpower, then it is advised to write letter T like this short, and when you write this, when you just draw the, you can say, bar, that time you put pressure on it. So such T will help you increase your willpower, and be, you can say, have more confidence, right? So you can have both T's in your handwriting. Different types of T's are also good. Okay, so I guess we are having some questions later. What it means? Wait, I will start from the further. Okay, Shahid. Can you tell how to write perfect letter T? Yeah, this is the perfect letter T, Syed. Purvi asks, what if there is no T bar? I haven't seen any handwriting with no T bar. So I don't think anyone writes like this. If you find such person, uh, well, they just I don't know. There is no. I haven't studied that. if you can say, because it's very rare that someone doesn't have T bar. I haven't seen, basically, I can say that. My bar is usually out of letter. What is mean? Your bar is in which side? Mehwas, your bar is in which side? Right side or left side? On which side? Am I audible, Mehwas? Your bar is in which side? Right side or left side? Okay, so I will tell for both, no problem. If you have this bar going on this side, front side, so such people are the type of people who wants to go in future. They want to achieve things in future and they don't much focus on present, right? So future thinkers are the people who have the bar on the front side. Yet if you have bar on the back side, this bar on the back side here, like this, and just only normal stem, so such people are the type of people who are procrastinators. So they will say, I will do this work now, or they will say, and they don't do it, or they will just leave the work for tomorrow. So such type of people are procrastinators who have their bar on left side. On the right side, the future thinkers. Yet it is best to put the bar on the middle, like here, not to put on the front nor on the, you can say, left side. I hope it clears, Mevas. If you may be writing on the left side then or on the right side, then it is advised to put in the middle. Okay, so next one is slant. Well, I need to just tell something. Last time we only just studied the, you can say, normal. We haven't studied any actual samples, right? This time we have added some actual samples that I got from people. So it will help you learn something more than last time, or you can say just theoretically. It will help you learn more practically. That's the change we have done this time. Okay, so let's just well, there are three types of slant. First one is straight, is a straight slant. Rightward slant means like this. The italic font, you can say italic font. Such people have rightward slant, and the leftward slant indicates just like you can say on the left side. So the handwriting here is straight. Handwriting on the leftward slant will be on the left side. So what the slant says? Slant says about what a particular person feels about. You can say how the person takes decisions. So if you someone has straight slant, then this type of person takes decisions logically. They will not just go after emotions or take decisions from hurt. Their head rules. They take decisions from their head. If someone has rightward slant, like here, these people are pretty emotional, yet they are very much creative. Many poets and inventors tend to write like this. Yet they are little emotional. So in some situation they may get a little emotional about things, right? And someone who write on a leftward slant. Wait, let's move further. I have added the slide. Yeah, left side slant. Yeah, so left side slant, you can see here. Anyone has any ask any question? But signature, sometimes the bar is low and sometimes the words, the T bar is high. What does it means now? Well, if you have T bars, particular depends on the letters. Like for example, you can say the ball is on the court, or the ball, the, you can say the verb that you are writing after letter T matters. So if you are writing low T bars after a particular sentence, that means that you are not confident about that particular field. Rohit Ahuja. His signature and signature science and graphology are same thing. Well, signature is part of graphology, right? There are signature science. I guess you are talking about forensic science. Forensic science is different and graphology is different. Forensic science is about studying criminals, right? Criminal records, or you can say it is using code. Graphology is about knowing personality traits and helping people improve their lives. That's the difference you can say about forensic science and graphology. And if you are asking about particular signature, then in graphology there are two fields. One is handwriting, and second is signature. Handwriting tells about your inner personality, like what are you really feel and what you are, your true self. And signature tells about your outer self, right? So who you want yourself to be seen by others. So for example, in handwriting, your handwriting says that you may be, you can say, a little of introvert, and in your signature it says that you are an extrovert. So that indicates that you want the world to see you as an extrovert, yet really in real life you are an introvert. That's the difference. Signature tells about outer personality and handwriting inner personality. And forensic science and graphology are two different fields. I guess I missed some questions. I will ask those and then we will move further. Will you send this presentation on WhatsApp group? Yes. Yeah. So the T bar, if you have different T bars around your, you can say, words. For example, here practical, they are logical and practical, right? So if you have in the practical word you have low T bar, that indicates that you are not confident about being practical, right? And if you have high T bar around, I don't know here, if you have a you can say high T bar around same word practical, or if you have high T bar around mm, you can say you can say behind the scenes or any other word in the sentence, so that indicates that you are confident about that particular sentence or about that particular word, right? So it will help you and identify that if you are confident about something and what you are confident about, what you are more confident about something. So that's the thing. If you have different t-bars in your handwriting, if you have different t-bars, then just look around the words you are writing beside them. It can help you know if you are, what you feel about that particular things. Okay. Do we have any question? My writing has no slant, but when I am taking notes in class, it slant towards right. Which one to consider? I think you must consider writing straight slant. If you are writing on the left side, right side, it indicates that if you are writing cursive, then I guess you may be writing on the right side. Yet, it is advised to write straight. It will help you be think more logically if you are, taking notes, because uh, it will help you think logically about the particular things you are learning, right? Taking notes indicates that you are learning about something, right? So it is advised to write straight as much as possible. If you are in creative field though, then it is advised to write in a rightward slant, because it will help you increase your imagination and be more creative. Okay, so what does straight slant in handwriting? It's good. Straight slant indicates that you think logically. You can say in a situation, if something happens, right? If you are leader of a team, and that time you are having a gut feeling that I must not do this, or I must not take this action, or I'm feeling this. So if I am feeling sad during that particular time, so I may not do that, because I am an emotional thinker. Yet if you write with straight slant, then you will do it. It doesn't matter what your emotions are there. You are a proactive thinker, in short. It doesn't matter what your you can say circumstances are, or what your emotions or feelings are. You will still do it anyway. So straight slant is, I guess, a good choice if you are writing. Should be in cursive or plain? Well, cursive handwriting or plain handwriting, well, the difference between cursive and plain is that cursive handwritings are mostly connected. Most of the plain handwritings are not connected. Their words are, you can see here, I can just give you example. You can see here the P-E-O-P-L-E, or you can say L-E-F-T. These words are not connected, right? This is type of plain handwriting. And you can see on the left side, you can see the handwriting. The words are connected here, right? So such type of handwriting is cursive handwriting. So the difference is that cursive handwriting, the people who write cursive handwriting are the intuitive thinkers most of the time. So they may think about something and that may happen in real. They may experience deja vu many a times because of that. What does multiple slants in a indicate in a handwriting? Okay, I will tell that. I have a specific you can say sample for that. Can you explain this once, please? Okay, sure. Let's first see the leftward slant, then we will move further towards different slant. I will show the you can say samples about it. So the on the left side you can see the handwriting. This is the handwriting of a person that I got 1 year ago from a person from Indonesia. So many people in Indonesia write straight. I have done other analysis as well. This particular person is you can say writing more towards left side. So the people who write on the left side are the type of the person who will you can say not share their feelings with everyone, or you can say with anyone. They just suppress their feelings inside their self and they don't share it, you can say. And these people don't like to be the face of the you can say event, or face of the company, or face of class, or face of anything. They love to work on the back scenes. So you for example you can say the example of uh, movie. In movie you will say actors are the face, right? Yet the director is the person, and the stuntman are the person who work on the backside scenes. So you can say the straight slant people are the actors, and the left side slant people are the you can say directors, or you can say stunt person, means the people who want love to work on the back scenes. Yet they are not they are just like rightward slant. These people are not emotional, they are practical, yet they tend to hide their emotions, which I personally think is not good, because we must share the things around people that helps us become mentally stable. So what here is that the person has written his slant too much on the left side. I have given a little small example here. You can see this is the normal level and this is too much. So too much of something is not good. Too much of right wide slant is also not good. It indicates you are feel lot of emotions and take very quick decisions based on emotions. So same goes for here. If you have lot of slant like here, and the slant even doesn't even changes here, that indicates that person will not share his feelings or her feelings with others. So avoid this as much as possible. If you are writing on the left side slant, then write on the normal level. Is anyone here write like this, leftward slant, leftward or rightward slant? Okay, one no. So I guess no one writes like it. Okay, so yeah, someone tends to be go left, right, and straightforward. So different slant. We got 1 hour. I guess I'm just taking a little more time. So different slant. You can say. I guess someone asked the question. Yeah, Ria. So Ria, this is your answer. If you have different slant in a particular handwriting, so you can see I have given two examples. One example is in different sentences, and one example is in same sentence. So let's first see different sentence one. So here you can see this is the first sentence, second sentence, third sentence. Okay. On the first sentence, writer has written, I think logically, right? That is straight slant. Very good. Second sentence, you can observe, yet my friend is emotional. You can see there the slant is towards left side. That means that a particular person feels emotional about his friend, or maybe about him. And the third sentence says, I don't normally share my things, on the leftward slant. Right. So that indicates that, yeah, he doesn't share his feelings with everyone. So if you have different slants in handwriting, that indicates that you need to be more mentally stable. You just need some stability, because your emotions changes constantly. One time you may feel good about something, and other time you just go into the emotional deep dive and you just feel emotional, and another time you just keep hiding things that I must not share. You feel emotional, that you think that no, 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 I must not share this, what will a person think. So it is best to avoid this and just keep same slant. And what if you have different slant in a sentence, one sentence, like I love my mom yet I eat at midnight and no one knows. This is a true story of me. I do this. So I love my mom yet I eat at midnight and no one knows. So you can see here, this is the one sentence, and the I, my mom, yet are straight. And even a letter, you can say I, midnight are straight. Yet the letter love is, you can say, on the left, right side. That indicates that I feel the emotional towards that word, towards the love. So when someone says love, I may have some feelings about it, right? If everyone has some feelings, so when someone says I love, I will get feelings about my mom about it, right? Emotionally attached or etc. And yet I eat at midnight and no one knows. So you can see at midnight is having the leftward slant, that indicates that the writer hides it from, you can say, family members or friends or anyone, roommates. So writer hides that he eats at midnight and no one knows. That's why the slant goes towards leftward, right? That these both example still says same thing, which is that you need to be more emotionally or mentally stable, because different slant means your emotion changes constantly, and that's not how uh, you must be, because one time you may feel very good and in a minute your emotion changes. So keep the slant same as much as possible, and if as much as possible, and try to keep it straight as it must, as much as you can, right? I guess we have some questions. Who how to write letter F? I will show that letter F, I guess by last. I haven't added that in this PPT. You can just we can, if we have time, we will just look at it. Okay, no problem. Riya Gupta, I have different slant even in a word. Like in a word, think, my T is straight and K is in rightward direction. Hmm. Well, that's rare. Well, that indicates that well, letter T tells about, that comes in letter, means letter qualities. Letter T tells about what you think about yourself, your self-esteem, and letter K can tells about various things, like if you can say want to be an authority person, or if you are a romantic person, or about your relationship. So if your K go towards right direction, well, I need to see your handwriting for that, because I cannot make assumption just by. I need to see your handwriting. Kindly share your handwriting if possible on WhatsApp group or uh, on Instagram page. Okay, because we cannot make assumption. We need to first see the live samples. Okay, I have left slant for letter T. I have left slant for letter T. Left slant. Okay. So that's indicates same thing. If you have leftward slant, that indicates that you don't. If you have left on the leftward slant, it indicates that you don't want to be, you can say, the face, or you can say you don't want to show that you have high goals or you have high self-esteem. If you are writing with high T bar, absolutely, you don't want to show that to people, that you are having a high self-esteem. Like some people will tell people that I am confident, I can do anything. So if you have leftward slant, it means that you are confident, yet you don't feel a need to show to people. Sir, at first I used to maintain right slant, but now I used to write straight. What does that mean? It indicates that first you were a little of much of, you can say, on the emotional side, you were little emotional, and now your brain has matured. Our handwriting changes as we age, so your brain has matured, or you may be mature because of circumstances around you, and which may have resulted in writing in straight slant. Means you may started thinking logically about things. Some past things, you may be emotional. I used to write same on the right slant first, and then I started writing straight. So yeah, handwriting changes as you age. If you observe, you can know a lot of things. I write constantly the left slant to right and straight forward. Yeah, you need to just be more mentally stable, I can say. I'm not telling that you are mentally unstable or mentally unfit. I'm just telling that try to keep it as much as straight as much as you can, because if you frequently change your slant in your handwriting, then it indicates that your emotion changes constantly, and that's not something good for your, you can say, overall career, I can say, if you want to be successful person. So last time we haven't studied the spacing. This is the very interesting thing. How can we learn? Sir, I have high goals to achieve, but the T bar right normally in middle T bar. Yeah, no problem. If you have in middle T bar, if your T is not in up nor in down, that indicates that you have a balanced self-esteem. Like you don't push yourself much, and you don't, uh, you can say, don't think low about yourself. I guess most of the people here may be writing like the middle T bar, because we are taught to write like this during our childhood. So if you have middle T bar, then just make the change by writing on the high T bar. Start writing with high T bar, and in a month, you will just see change in yourself. How can we learn graphology totally? Well, practice. Practice is everything. Uh, Practice everything. You can learn from books. You can learn from. You can join a university if you want. There are various graphology universities, institutes. You can join one of them. If not possible, you can learn from books or articles, or any other source, some courses, best graphology books. Well, I have read one, I guess, many years ago. So I don't remember the name yet. I can tell you the author. Bart Baggett is one of the person who have very good. Uh, you can say he's the pioneer of graphology. So his books are good. I have read a lot time ago. So from where did you learn? Okay, okay. I will just go line by line question. What does cursive and print script indicate? Well, I have told cursive indicates that a person, mostly connected letters are cursive. It indicates that if you are writing cursive, it indicates that you are little intuitive in thinking. And print script means you can say here, the letters are not joined. Letters are not joined. So it indicates that the person may get distracted quickly if someone interrupts. So for example, I am working on a project and I don't have connected letters. I have the letters like here. So if someone just calls me, here, okay, do this for me, I will just do that for him instead of being focusing on one thing. So mind gets, you can say, goes on multitasking. The connector letters or cursive people are the people who focus on one thing, concentrate on one thing, and complete it. Have their, you can say, bad traits and good traits. It depends on how you want to write. As if you are writing cursive, then such people will just focus on that particular thing. If for example, if you are doing a project, then their mind will only be able to think about that project. They will not think, you can say, outside that project. So for if I am writing the plain text, then such people will also think going out of what is given in front of them. So they think out of the box. That's the good quality of plain people. Cursive writings are systematic people. You can say that. How can, what does cursive base graphology? I have answered that. From where did you learn? From where did you learn? Well, I just read books. I read articles. Yeah, I read books, articles, and just practice a lot. That's the thing. Practice makes you perfect. I guess let's move a little further. I will answer them other questions as we move further. Okay. spacing. So, well, spacing tells about what a person feels about himself and what a person wants to feel about himself and about others. What distance he want to, you can say, keep between him and others. So, for example, there are various types of spacing examples as well. Here, I have just added the basics one that you can see normally in every handwriting. Okay, so you can see there are two types of spacing. One is between words here, you can see, and one is between letters in a word. You can see HOW. So in between you can see observe the spacing, right? All other letters are you can say very near. So both of them indicate something. There is always a reason you write in some way, right? So let's just see what it is. So a little example. This is the example. I guess someone from India. Okay. So here, is this photo visible to everyone? Okay, 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 okay. Good. So you can see here the words, the spacing between the words is more. You can see here one, two, three, one analysis, and in between you can see spaces. Right. Such people are the type of the people who want to be an independent person. Right. More spacing means I want to keep distance between me and that particular person or thing. So if I have long, very much spacing between me, between words, that indicates that I will not. I want to keep that person very much far away from me, or any other thing far away from me. If I have very short spacing between words, like here you can see short spacing, that indicates that I love keeping people close, and I may not feel comfortable if I just start living alone, or I may not feel that I am not self-sufficient. So the independent person are the person who wants to be someone who can just do things by their own without depending on anyone. They value freedom a lot. So if you have someone in your life, or if your significant other write like this, then it indicates that they value their freedom a lot. So they may not like if you try to control them, or if you just tell them do this, because they want to be an independent person. They are an independent person, and they want to do their own thing. So the main thing that I want to tell here is that I have just seen many handwritings of girls, or you can say women, and the common thing that I have observed is that many of them tend to write like this. Many of them are writing like this. They are having little much space between their words, which is kind of good, because we are having many independent women around the world, and that's what we need, right? uh, you can say that will help for gender equality as well. So that's a good thing. If you are a girl or if you are a woman, then, and if you are writing like this, then it indicates that you are an independent. Yeah. So what to avoid in spacing? You can say just like slant, different slant are not good. Similarly, different spacing are not good as well. Okay, different spacing are not good. For example, my mood changes frequently and I want to change. Well, many teenagers, I can say not only girls as well as boys, and many people tend to write like this. Okay, it indicates, you can see the distance between mood and changes is far, and distance between changes and frequently is very low. You can just observe here. It indicates that per mood, you can say the person's mood changes frequently. So they may feel happy around you for a, you can say, minute, and as the time goes by, they may feel sad for no reason, or they may just feel uninterested. Or you can say a girl is interested in a boy, right? And after a little time, she may feel not much interested in him, because her mood changes, right? Or vice versa for boys as well. So try to keep same spacing between words as much as possible. If you are someone who, I can just show here too. If you are someone here, you can also observe this spacing. You can say mood swings. You can see the distance between else and what is low, and the else and am is very far, right? which means that writer has mood swings, and he or she may their mood may change constantly or frequently after a minute or after a particular period of time, right? So it is advised to keep the same spacing. If you are writing same space, means small distance between the words, keep it same, don't change it. If you are writing with more distance, then keep it same, don't just mix it up. Yet remember, more of spacing is not good. If you have my mood and your changes is written here, like here, it indicates that you are more than an independent person. You are little much of self-centered. So you don't want to connect with people a lot. You like to be do things alone or live alone. So it is better keep the same spacing between words, right? And more of spacing is also not good. Keep it balanced, just like here. If you want to know what is ideal, then this is the ideal one. Graphology space 1/off. This small sentence, you can say, is the ideal one. So I hope this was something new from the last session, because last time we haven't studied the, yeah. So this is one of the thing, the most, you can say, skeleton of graphology. By just looking at your baseline, just like I told about letter T, by just looking at your baseline, you can just know that a person is feeling depressed, if a person is sad, is feeling low, or is an optimistic person, right? So it is an easy thing that you can easily learn. I believe you will just look at the next example and you will just able to do the analysis of the people who are just strangers for you, right? So I have given one example here. This is the upward one. I hope everyone is able to view it. This one goes in upward direction. You can see the slant here is going in upward direction. Whole baseline indicates, baseline means your words, what you write on a word. So if you have a rule line page, on the rule line, on the line you write, like, right? If you are writing above the line, it indicates that you are an optimistic person. If your word goes below the line, it indicates that you are little much depressed or sad or feeling low. Okay. So here you can see the writer is writing in upward direction. You can see up. It indicates that she or he is an optimistic person, and he's someone who doesn't give up easily. So if they fail for the first time, they will still keep going and still persist. That's the good quality. If you are writing like this, then very good. Is anyone here who write like this? Their handwriting goes in upward direction when they write in plain page. You can just look at your handwriting. I guess yeah, my letter B doesn't connect. Is that a problem? So Bola G has asked, my letter B doesn't connect, small b, right? So if your small b doesn't connect, it indicates that you are just trying to learn more about yourself. You currently don't know, means you are trying to learn more about yourself. So you may not know who you are in real. So the people whose you can say letter B doesn't connect, such people are the type of people who are now trying to learn more about themselves. They are little unsure about themselves, like who they are and what they can do. So it is advised to put the connect the B. Okay, small b. If your big B doesn't connect, that indicates that you work a lot and you don't get that much a result which you are working towards. Okay. Sir, I earlier used to write with big loops in my handwriting, but not now. What does it mean? With big loops, which letter are you talking about? Because loops depends on the letters. In letter T, it is not good. In letter L, it is important. So kindly tell me which letter you are talking about. Loops. What are the charges for analysis? Well, for this, you need to just DM me on Graphology Made Simple. You will get the information there. Madhu Mati, psychology. My handwriting is both cursive and disconnected letters. What does it mean? disconnected letters. Cursive, disconnected letter. Disconnected means you fall in that plain category. You fall in plain category. If your connected letters break in between, it indicates that you are more intuitive in nature. So you may get gut feeling of before a event. You may feel something before a event, right? So it is advised to keep it same. If you are writing cursive, then either write with connected letters, or it is advised to just write as you are writing, as you are currently writing. Don't make any change. Sir, I write non-cursive. I complete that I want to achieve. Non-cursive, sir. I complete. Yeah, yeah. See, what I am telling is that if you are writing, you can say if you are not writing cursive, that doesn't mean that you may not complete a thing, or you may not feel concentration towards things. The only difference between cursive and plain is that cursive people are the type of people who don't like to be interrupted in between. If they are doing something, they don't want someone to just come and just tell them, hey, tell me this, hey, tell me this. They will just burst out on you because they are focusing on one thing. And plain people are the people who may give you answer, who may not just burst out on you, right? Yet both of them get the work done. That both of them can just, if you give them work, both people, they will get the work done. That's the thing, is that plain people will take little more time if they are writing with big size handwriting. If they are writing with small size handwriting, then they will get it done quickly. Arpita, yes. Ingrid, Warlin. Oh, so we have someone from Romania as well today. Great. Yes, you can zoom in. Done, but still not clear. It's clear here. Don't worry. We will share you the PPT. Yeah, we will share you the PPT. You don't need to worry. You will get the whole PPT on the WhatsApp group. Chirag, kindly don't share here if you are promoting. Does spelling mistake define something? Spelling mistake. Yeah, it does define that you are sometimes, if you are writing very fast. For example, if you want to go to a market, then we ask our uh, mom or our dad what we want to bring. So at that time, when they tell us, we just tend to scribble down the things. So that time, as you can observe, our spellings are not much right. That indicates that we are currently not serious about that particular thing. It depends on context, though sometimes it may relate to your grammar or vocabulary. Yet most of the time it is that we are little not much more serious about a particular thing. Right? If you are serious about particular thing, you will Google it and find a dictionary and just put it the right one. I am writing on notebook. My handwriting baseline is straight, but I am writing it tend to go upwards. Yeah. That's what I'm telling. If you are writing on a notebook, your handwriting will be straight. Why? Because it's the childhood uh, particle that in your brain has adapted, subconscious has adapted. If you write on a plane and if it goes in upward direction, it indicates that you are an optimistic person. Good quality. So let's move further. I will answer other question as we move further. Okay. Yeah. So to avoid, if you see such kind of handwriting, if you see this kind of handwriting in anybody's, uh, you can say anybody's handwriting, then it is uh, important to ask them what is wrong, because this handwriting clearly indicates that person is little much depressed, and you can say slants are also not varies. It indicates that he is also mentally unstable, right? And he's also not emotionally available, emotionally unstable, and he is depressed as well. I will show you why I'm telling that. You can see here letter T here. Letter T is going in downward direction. Letter G is going in downward direction very much. And you can see all other letters, letter T are going in down. Here you can see habit. The word habit is written and the T is going in downward direction. See here also you can observe, let talk two, and two is just going downward on the downside of the baseline, right? Which indicates that a person is feeling sad, depressed, or emotionally unstable. So it is advised to just ask to them, talk to them. You can also observe their slants. Slants are on the left one side, some are straight. Left one side indicates that he is feeling or she is feeling depressed or sad, and and she is not sharing it with. Is my voice not clear? Is my voice audible? I got a comment here. Is my voice audible to everyone? Okay.
Yes, you are audible, Akhilesh. No problem.
Okay. So yeah. So if you find someone writing like this, just check your family members or your friends writing like this. Then just ask them what is wrong, because here the person is writing on the leftward slant, which indicates that he may not share until and unless you ask them. Okay, the slant is also not good, and you can just see how what the type of the cutting he she is doing. You can see the cutting is just messy cut. He's just scribbling the mistakes, which indicates that they do not accept their mistakes, or they don't you can say strive to correct them, right? So it is, if someone writes like this, then tell them, ask, talk to them, what is happening, is something wrong? Okay, and just tell them to write above the baseline. In graphology, in handwriting graphotherapy type, just tell them to write above the baseline. It will help them change their mindset, and it will help them be more logical and be more stable, mentally stable. That's what I advise the person who had sent me this handwriting. I guess this was from Turkey, I guess, from Turkey. So it is advised to write on above the baseline. Your handwriting must not go below the baseline. If it goes, if you observe in your handwriting that it is going below the baseline, it indicates that you are feeling low or depressed about something. Okay, and your slant should also be always same. Okay, and here too you can see letter Q. Letter Q has you can say stroke here, backward stroke. It is going in backward direction like this. It indicates that person is having short temper as well. So if you just try to uh, just advise them instead of asking them, they may get burst on you, and then they will regret it later. So short temper is also a thing. There are a lot of things that you can know from this handwriting. You can also look at the letter L. Letter L has no loop here, right? Letter L has no loop here. It's just clear a dash, which indicates that the person has lost hope. The person has lost hope because of something in past incident, or maybe sometimes I am seeing right now due to this pandemic, right? So they may have lost hope. So such type, if you see such type of handwriting, then just talk to them, because we need people to talk after many incidents are happening, suicide incidents. So talk to them. Okay, so letter Y. This is the ideal Y. I haven't just focused more on Y because we were having little less time. I guess we have 10-15 minutes left, so we will just try to be learn as much as we can. So this is the ideal Y that everyone must write. I have seen many types of Ys. Some doesn't have loops. Some have very big loops. Some are very small, and some Ys this you can say loop goes on the front direction. So if your loop goes in front direction instead of going up, it indicates that you are either frustrated about something or confused about something. It also indicates on the good side that you are a traveler, right? You are a traveler, and well, why indicates relationship, right? If you are a traveler, you like to uh, go alone or go to travel or travel alone. Yet it is for your relationships and for your social life, it is best to write letter Y like this. It will help you to, you know, have little more imagination, and will not, an intimacy will be not issue in your personal relationships. Okay, so just make this change. If you have other types of Ys, this is the ideal Y. There are many types of Y. For today's session, I'm just telling you to just put the letter. This is also a one letter which everyone should practice. It doesn't matter you are introvert, extrovert, or it doesn't matter who you are. You need to write letter Y like this and letter T with high T bar. Those two letters are very important. This is for relationship, and that letter is for your self-esteem. Okay, so quick tip. The quick tip is that if you are someone who is not well, or who is not sick. Or if you want to know if a person's energy levels, then just look at their handwriting and look if their handwriting looks dark or their handwriting looks light. If you see someone whose handwriting is dark, that indicates that they are very energetic, and these are the type of the people who are very committed towards things, towards goals, and they will always give 100% on everything they do. And the light people are the people who understand people much better than the heavy pressure people. Yet these people are not much of energetic. You can say their energy levels are not much higher. So if you see a gymnast or if you see an athlete, 100% it is sure that they will be writing in heavy pressure because their energy levels are quite high. If you see someone who does the desk work or who is little lazy, such people have light handwriting. So the tip is that if you want to increase your energy levels, if you want to be more healthy, then start writing with heavy pressure. Well, I will also tell the bad thing as well. Heavy pressure indicates that you will be little more aggressive about things. Such people have aggressive competitions, and they are little more aggressive. Yet it is good for health, right? Yin yang circle. Everything must be balanced. So this was the most you can say last time this topic was on the high because we were talking about this. So if you are someone whose writing is pointed, just like here, pointed, pointed, pointed. Some people have their handwriting. Those whose handwriting are whole pointed. Their handwriting is pointed. Their T is pointed. Their M is pointed. Their whole handwriting is pointed. Well, pointed handwriting is good. It helps you to take decisions quickly and your mind runs fast. Yet more often things is not good, right? So if you have much more of pointed handwriting, it indicates that you need to change that because your mind or you may be overthinking about many things, right? Your mind just thinks a lot and you want to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And that's why people may see you as someone in hurry because you want to achieve things as much as possible, and that may lead to overthinking. So it is best to just uh, write with little much pointed, not to have whole letters pointed. Okay. And if you are facing the problem of overthinking, your mind runs very fast, constantly analyzing things, then it is advised to write like this, rounded one. Okay. If you are writing like rounded ones, then your mind will stay calm. Okay. And uh, the overthinking problem will just vanish away. So this time, the interesting thing about today's thing is that we normally don't see handwritings, right? We normally don't see handwritings of people. We mostly see the signatures of people because we may sign for attendance, we may sign for many things. So there are three types of signature that you need to avoid if you are writing like this. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I just there are only 2 slides remaining, Shubham. So we will end by this. No problem. By 12:15, 12:20. Okay. Okay. So I just deadline was 12:15. I guess we will take this little 5 minute more. I will just go through. Okay. So you can see here the dash is cutting letter G, right? It indicates that the person is very hard on himself. If you have surname and if you have name and that have letter Y or G, that indicates that you are very hard on yourself, and it is not good for your relationships as well. There are many reasons. So it is best to put the dash below. And if you have signature like this cut in your name, it indicates suicide signatures. I guess someone asked about forensic science, forensic handwriting analysis. In forensic handwriting analysis as well as graphology, many police people or cyber police have found this suicide on their suicide notes. They have the people who do the suicide tend to have the cuts around their name, which indicates that they hate their self and they just want to end their life. So it is a red alert. If you find someone writing like this, then just tell them and talk to them. talk to them and then give solution. Okay, because they may burst on you. And the third one is a back signature, like dash goes up and then goes down. It indicates that a person thinks about past a lot. Okay, and he holds on to past, so he may not move further. Like, I want to achieve the high goals. This is the type of a thinker who thinks about forward, and I regret doing that. This is the type of thinker who thinks about past. So avoid this type of signature, and if you see the middle one signature, then just talk to them. Okay, talk to people. You will be getting this PPT. So this is the, I guess, second last slide after this. Okay, so yeah, graphotherapy. Graphotherapy, what we have learned here is the science. Graphology is science of understanding a person by their handwriting analysis. And graphotherapy is what we learned today, changing in handwriting. It is making the changes in yourself by changing your handwriting. So you can say reverse of graphology is graphotherapy. Okay. So the logic is simple. Change your handwriting, new cells are generated, and your subconscious changes, paradigm changes, and you change. So if you are middle T-bar, then make the change. So whatever I have taught you today is what I have myself applied, and I have been applying for 2 years, and it works. My old handwriting and my new handwriting. I was emotional at the start during my time, and now 2 years ago, and now I'm not much emotional. I'm just a logical thinker. My handwriting size remains same because some things remains always same. It doesn't matter how much you change, right? And you can see I am writing the ideal Y. You can too practice same. Okay. And you can see here I have told you put dash below the sign. You can see I have added a dash below my whole signature. Okay, instead of cutting. If you have your surname Y, if you have letter Y or J in your surname, then it is important to put the dash below the whole signature. Okay. So thank you for joining us and keep learning. And I guess I may just, Shubham, just give me a little time. I guess we have 3 minutes. I will just answer some question.
Sure, Akhilesh. You can take your time. No problem.
Yeah. So does spelling mistake define something? Yeah, I have told it seriousness about a particular thing. I do things non-cursive. Okay. Which VA group, WhatsApp group? I joined late. WhatsApp group. Okay, so have you registered Mihir? If you have registered for the webinar, you will get the PPT, or else just DM me on Graphology Made Simple Instagram. I will just join you on the WhatsApp group. Send you the link. Okay?
I'll share you the WhatsApp link here itself. Just a minute. Okay.
Yeah. Shubham will do it for you. To learn more, achieve more, which letter indicates? To learn more, achieve more, it indicates a letter T. Letter T means high goals, right? High goals means if you set high goals, it is if you set high goals, it is that you will take actions for sure. If I set high goals of, say, achieving or becoming someone, or becoming pioneer in a company, or becoming pioneer in a particular technology field or particular field, so at that time I need to take actions, right? So if you want to achieve more, then let high T bar is what you must write. And if you want to be a successful person, then letter high T bar and letter L must have loop, just like you can say I have loops in my letter L. If you want to be successful, then add loop to letter Y. Okay, it indicates that you are hopeful about your future and you have big dreams about future as well. And letter high T bar, you can see the T bar I am writing. This is very high. It indicates visionary person. If you want to be a visionary person, then you can do write like this. Mainly the company heads or the top people on the industry write like this. You can just look at Robert Downey Jr.'s handwriting. Marvel, I guess many of you know. Yeah, and also if you want to be successful morely than committed towards goal, then it is advised to write with dark pressure, means with little much pressure. And if you want to be someone who accept their mistakes, then cut with single dash. Just like here, cut with single dash instead of scribbling. Okay, it indicates that you accept your mistake and you move forward. Okay, yeah, I do have, you can say, spacing from the starting. Some things never changes. Okay, any more question? What is the difference between dark and heavy pressure? Dark and heavy pressure are same. I'm just say elaborating. Dark and heavy pressure means same. Heavy, if you write heavy with heavy pressure, your handwriting become dark. It is for sure. If you are using pen, another type of pen, then it may not get dark. It is same. It is same. Dark and heavy pressure is same. I was just trying to explain in different way. Yeah, I to write. What if we change? Yes, it's clear. My letter Q ending move towards right and continues. Continues. Yeah, that indicates that you are have some soft temper. Okay, you have little some short temper, and just you need to just change that. Just send me your handwriting on graphology because I need to see what type of stroke and how much big stroke you have. Because if you have short stroke, then no need to change. If you have big stroke, then change is needed. What if we change our handwriting frequently? Well, yeah, you can change your handwriting frequently. Uh, you can do that for sure. Yet, I think keeping the handwriting constant will help you be more emotional. You can say more emotionally stable and mentally stable. You can change a particular part in a handwriting if you want. Like, for example, I am having an exam. Last time also I give this example. I am having an exam. Okay. 1 month, I know that I have got timetable, and in 1 month I am having an exam. And now I want to study. So I am someone who is an extrovert, zero concentration. Mind wanders a lot. So at that time, what I need to practice is I will start writing small. For next 1 month, I will start writing small. Small. It doesn't mean for little. For few weeks, your subconscious will not accept it. Your handwriting will again go to the big one. Yet you need to just keep consistent with writing small. It will help you be more help you have more concentration skill, right? That's the thing. So for this webinar, I was writing with you can say big size letters. That's why I can speak in front of you. So that's the thing you can do frequently. Yet try not to do it much. You can say over, right? In between, it's okay. Small changes is okay. Don't do big changes. Like if you just make changes in T bars, make changes in slants, make changes in other things. Try to just make one small change if you change frequently. Don't try to make all types of changes in one time. What if a person write in between? What if a person write in between? Like how? Just send your sample because we need to. In between means what type of handwriting are you suggesting, Shraddha? Yeah, I too just send me the handwriting, no problem. Yeah, I too write in couple of different handwritings. Yeah, so particular emotions about that particular thing may be different. If you are writing a love letter type of thing, that time you may be emotional. If you are writing studying, that time your handwriting may be straightforward, right? If you are emotional, your handwriting will go towards right side for sure. My handwriting is between lines and above the baseline. Yeah, this is the type of handwriting I too have personally. You can observe. These are the type of people who have, they are means always excited about things, and these are people are little much of daydreamers. They are always high, or you can say optimistic type of person, because their handwriting doesn't touches the baseline, nor it touches on the upside. They are in between. So such type of people are the people who are excited about a lot of things, and they are little much of daydreamers. Well, if you have high T bars and dark handwriting, it also indicates that you execute things as well. Tell something about doctor's handwriting. Why they write it so? Because mostly their handwriting not so understandable. Pratik Taide. Well, yeah, doctor's handwriting, I guess I have given the example before. Still, I will give it now. It indicates that they are firstly, they need to study a lot, right? Their mind runs very fast. because if you go to a doctor, then he need to know what medicine he need to give to you, right? So there are thousands, and I don't know, I am from technology field, so from medical field, I guess they study a lot of medicine names, then what we need to give for this thing, how can I know if this person is having malaria or typhoid. So they have studied so much that their minds runs very fast, very fast. So if for example, if you tell them that I have malaria, what I need to do to become more healthy. So at that time, uh, he will just his mind will run, and then he will suggest a medicine from one of those thoughts. Okay, yeah. So their mind runs fast. That's the short answer. That's why they have that dark and heavy pressure. I guess everyone. Why do they write like this when they suicide? Well, if they cut, that indicates that they hate themselves. That's why they write like that. Okay, the letter in cut. For example, if you don't like yourself, some people will start beating self. Like there are some people who will just beat their why am I like this? Why am I like this? Same goes for a handwriting. Okay, I guess we are up. I'm getting called. What letter says to an executor? Letter F. Letter F. Okay, so letter A doesn't join. Letter A doesn't join. You are a talkative person. Okay. Letter O and letter A doesn't join. That means that a person is little talkative person. Okay. Letter Y, pocket, also indicates bank balance. Yeah, bank balance also indicates. Financial life is also indicates. Yeah, I guess we have a comment by Dinesh sir. Yeah, thank you sir for your feedback. Valuable feedback. Yeah, and finance, where finance, if your Y touches the Y look touches the U, you can just visit. I will just post about it. Don't worry, because I haven't made any image on it. If your Y touches your U, then it indicates that you are little much not more financially having some financial issues. Okay, Nachiket Korane. I guess we have taken 5 more minutes. And uh, how to catch a liar? No. See, we can tell that a person is not trustworthy. Yet we cannot directly tell that a person is a liar, because no one can, because a person may fake something, right? A liar may fake that he is trustworthy, right? So how to catch a liar? Well, it's you need there are many aspects that you need to see. Okay, for that, like you need to see his body language, if he's cramping, etc. Many things. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining in, and I would like Shubham to take over. Thank you everyone for joining.
Sure. Thank you, Akhilesh. Thank you, all participants, for being a wonderful audience. And we hope that you all enjoyed the session. We would like to see your valuable feedbacks on this link, which I'm sharing right now. So, your feedbacks would help us to analyze more and work out and give you a better learning experience next time. So, I just want to know, do you want another session on graphology ahead? If yes, kindly comment yes. Okay, so we will take this graphology session ahead. We were also in talks with Akhilesh to take this ahead. And if y'all are positive about this, then we can definitely go ahead with the third session. Okay, so we see yes. Other than graphology, what are the other topics which interest you? If you all can just send us in that link, on that link, it would be really better for us to analyze and work out those topics also for you. So yeah, don't suggest here. Please send it on this link which I have shared, because this chat would vanish, but we would have that mail so that we could come up with something interesting and worthy like graphology. Also, Akhilesh, thank you very much for again collaborating for this second webinar, and it gives me immense pleasure that you are a part of Delta the Innovators, and I would like to mark it here that Akhilesh is our Chief Information Officer, and also he heads Graphology Made Simple. So really, Akhilesh, it's really appreciable to see that you are coming up with flying colors, and it's really interesting to see how you analyze handwriting and figure out how people behave.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Thank you, Shubham.
yeah, I
Thank you
just
very much for supporting. If
welcome.
anyone wants, you can just learn body language as well. Body language also a good field. Okay. Yeah, Shubham, you can say. Okay.
Yeah, I would just say kindly show them our websites so that they can stay in touch with us and maybe we could collaborate. So just show them your graphology page, show them our official website so that they can have have a clear idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So you can guys, you can just have a screenshot of this particular page. We'll also be sharing you the PDF for or the PPT, what you call it, for further reference. And also, you would be receiving your certificates on our official Delta website. So kindly note this website and stay tuned in the WhatsApp group. We expect you all not to share any other material except whatever we are sharing because it is a closed group. So let's not make it ambiguous. And Akhilesh, can you please present the website?
yeah, wait.
Yeah. And we're really happy to see that audience count has still maintained the range of 40 to 50. At the beginning, we had around 50 participants. So really, thank you very much. So that's
So
our official website, Delta the Innovators. Yeah, Akhilesh, you take over.
yeah, you can take over if you want from for a website.
Okay. Yeah, so that's our official logo, and this is our whole team. It was Akhilesh who was playing at the forefront today, but back end we had all these people, the Delta core managing everything. We have Jatin who was recording the whole session. Lalit was taking care of all the links and all. Then we had Shivam, Ajay, Vikas, and Ravi Shankar taking care of all marketing things. And ahead of that, we have more teammates. Akhilesh, can you please go down?
Acha, team.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's a noble thought to help each other during these trying times, and we are really happy to have Dinesh Auti sir also with us here today. He's one of our mentors, and that's our whole team. You can have a look at each one of us on our official website. And apart from that, Akhilesh, can you please go to our work section? I'll show them how they can get their certificate. Yeah. So that was team, and this is work section. So we have been a strategic partner of VJTF. We made 3 Guinness World Records with IIT Bombay, and whatever we have done is all here. One such link would be here on this work page, which would showcase Graphology Intermediate Webinar certificates. So you can just click on that and download your certificate. Can you go to the latest updates section, Akhilesh? Yeah, here you can find all the videos. Also, the previous webinar video has been uploaded. Yeah, this is the latest update section. We were recently on the international level, a part of Light Up Virtual Conference. And apart from that, all the sessions which we have conducted are noted here. So you can have a look. And if you feel like you want to watch some videos related to it, you can just click on that particular poster. It will direct you to the video or the webinar which was conducted. This was the official certificate from IIT Bombay. Yeah. Ahead
Okay.
of that is Scope DTI. Just go to Scope once. So Scope is a research and development wing where particularly researchers, microbiologists, and you can say environmentalists come together and write original articles, and we design those for them, and that's how it looks. So it's like pretty like a newsletter. Yeah. So you can just click on any of those articles. These are original articles. We also have a forum where you can discuss various questions, but better if you connect on WhatsApp or maybe mail because that gives an easy connect for all of us. And last but not the least, we have the contact page. Akhilesh, please take it to the contact page. Yeah, I have shared the link just now again. So you can get in touch with us on the contact page. You can just fill in the details and any message you have. Maybe if you have any collaborative proposal or you have any projects to be taken care of, you need some team. We are willing to help. Don't worry, we are with you and we expect positive feedbacks and responses from your side. As we said sometime before, we'll definitely work on the third session and we would like to see more and more participants actively participating and learning something. With this is Shubham Dumbre from Delta the Innovators with Akhilesh Bhagwat. And Akhilesh, please show them this Graphology Made Simple handle once.
Yeah. So this is the Graphology Made Simple Instagram page. Okay. We are on Facebook as well. Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. So here you can learn the concept of graphology for free. Here I have posted many things about graphology. The main aim is to help you learn enough so you can help other people as well. Okay. So you can say emotional, K, later, in more deep. Okay. So how can you find this? Just Google Graphology Made Simple, and you will just find the links. You can just find the images. Okay. If you're not on Instagram, we are on Facebook as well as Pinterest if you are following it there. Okay. So that's the end. Shubham, you can just take it. Thank you
Yeah,
everyone
okay.
for joining in
Yeah.
and staying in. I believe you learned something new today.
Yes. We would just like to see your feedbacks on the link which we have shared.
Yeah, email
Yeah.
address is on PDF. You will get email address on the PDF as
Yes,
we
yes, yes.
share you.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Fine then. We have already striked our deadline. So with this, thank you very much for joining in and have a happy Sunday. Thank you. Take care.